Hello, we are Megam and and in this video we are going to explain this word cloud we have made for the subject History of English Civilization 1.
As we can see, we have three of the recently mentioned words, history, civilization, and England, instead of English, not only to refer to the subject, but also to show the importance of these words and the relationship with the other ones we are going to explain.
When we talk about history, we mainly refer to events that had happened throughout different periods of time, and in order to establish which these periods are, or were in fact, we have this division between history and prehistory, as we can see here. And we ought to know that this is not an arbitrary division. It is signaled by the birth of Christ, which is considered the beginning of history. That is why we have these two acronyms, BC for before Christ, and AD for the Latin words Anno Domini, meaning after Christ's birth.
We said we're studying the history of the English civilization. So, what do we mean by this? Well, we will have to talk about both of these terms then. English is a country which, together with Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, because Ireland is divided into two parts, from the United Kingdom. In fact, it is called the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Each of these countries, with the exception of Wales, have crosses of different colours and in different angles on their flags, and the combination of these crosses form what we know as the Union Jack, as we can read down here, which is the official flag for the United Kingdom. The capitals of these four nations are London for England, Edinburgh for Scotland, Cardiff for Wales, and Belfast for Northern Ireland.
As to explain a bit about what civilization here means, we can take a look at some other words in relation to it, such as tribes and invasions. Britain has had plenty of invasions along the years, and we mention some of them around here. The Celts, which settled around 600 BC, being part of Britain's prehistory. The Romans around 43 AD, and the ones who have influenced the island the most.
Other important tribes that migrated to the island were the Anglo-Saxons in the 449 AD, then the Danes from the 9th century to the 10th century, and finally the Normans on the 11th century. And bear in mind that we are speaking about AD, which, as we told you earlier, it means after Christ. So from the Romans to the Normans, we are speaking now about the history of Britain.
The last topic we're going to talk about is the geography and climate of Britain and how it affects the life in it. We can see here words such as mountains, hills, and plains. We find more mountainous and hilly areas in the northwest of the country, while in the southeast there are more plains of long-lying areas which are better for agriculture.
As for the humidity and temperatures, there is a milder climate in Britain than in the rest of the mainland, because it lies on the way of the Gulf Stream, which brings warm water and winds from the Gulf of Mexico. Nevertheless, there is a cooler or colder climate in the north than in the south, which makes it a difficult place to live in and to work with agriculture.
So this could be all for this video. We hope you enjoyed it and it has been useful for you. Cheers!